matching tattoo on that pristine canvas for decades new. To impress a walking ransom note, it's got more ink than all the plays that Shakespeare wrote. time I say die. If you're standing at the end of the song, you win. I saw you with him, you look so happy. All love that can change, 'cause I'm so lonely, and I have lots of time to send you straight to the devil. I'm taking my time to plan your demise. What if I were to cut you up and to mail each part to a different town? It would take the most brilliant private eye, the rest of his life just to put you together, a piece in each mailbox all over the planet, from Moscow to Tokyo to... I was gonna say you got the name Burg. I wait for the day when I finally defile the bodies of my ex-lovers and lovers. I'll pile high to the sky the bodies of my ex-lovers and lovers. I wait for the day when I finally destroy the bodies of my ex-lovers and lovers. I'll pile high to the sky the bodies of my ex-lovers and lovers. Get those drinks ready. Here we go. Die. Drink, dummy. Die. Die. Da-da-da, that's 3. Die, da-da-da-da-da. Watch them die. Die, die-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Watch them die. I saw you with him, you look so happy. That will never change, because I know myself too well. I don't have the courage to carry out my dreams, and only there will I see them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch them die, 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 die. Watch him puke, die. I was recently on a tour in America, and this is usually the part of the show where I introduce this song and I say, this next song is from my country album, and everybody goes, I hate country. I say, I hate country too. That's why I thought I should make a good country record. But this is not country like new country. This is country like country from 100 years ago or 50 years ago. This is, you know what? This isn't even really country. This is just Johnny Cash. That's what this is. Or maybe it's just country for people who are really dark. Well, the other day I took a walk because the air was sweet, and I passed the crusty house of that curmudgeon on my street. Now every town's got one, so I'm sure you'll understand when I tell you this old bastard is a mean and bitter man. Now this day was special, I was wearing my new hat. The old curmudgeon saw this and he disapproved of that. He said, I've had one just like it, 14 years you ripped me off. Got no right to wear a hat like mine, so take it off. Now as it happens, I'm a gentleman, so I approached his porch. I told him, great minds think alike, and you have one of course. So how about I just tip my hat to you when I come through? He reached down for his gun and said, I'll shoot you if you do. And I said, no one's gonna cry at your funeral. No one's mess and went to town. And there I saw 100 or so posters all around. And on was my face, and I was wearing my new hat. And they read, "This guy ripped me off, I've got one just like that." Well, I took a walk down to his house to see if I could find a way to show him that we're kindred spirits of the mind. I said, "I didn't make these hats, nor did you, of course. And hey, we both love Johnny Cash." He said, "Get off my board!" And I said, "No one's gonna cry at your funeral. No one's gonna drink at your wake. No one's gonna sigh with a tear in their eye. 'Cause no one's gonna miss you and your time." When you look back on your life, what will you see? Did you spend your time mending fences or planting mines? There's no shortage of potential enemies. So don't waste so much time pushing away your kind. Well, I thought I must be crazy or just stupid from the heat when I went back to the house of that curmudgeon on my street. Maybe it was foolish to go to his house again, just to show this crazy drunken fool he had a friend. When I got there, much to my surprise, he wasn't there. He was gone, as was his shotgun and his rocking chair. I asked the neighbor lady who was laying on her lawn, what happened to that mean old man? She shrugged and that was all. And I said, "No one's gonna cry at your funeral. No one's gonna drink at your wake. No one's gonna sigh with a tear in their eye. 'Cause no one's gonna miss you. Hell, no one's gonna notice. Hey, I'll enjoy the silence." When you're Is anyone having a birthday today? No? No one's having a birthday? What? 11th of May. Great. At least not. Last week, we're getting warmer. In a month. Okay, last week. In 2 days? Really? What's your name? Valina. With a V? Valina? Balina. Palina. Oh, Paulina! Paulina, your birthday's in 2 days. I would ask you how old you're going to be, but women hate it. Okay. 20. If this was America, you could not be here right now. You can come to this show 2 years from now. So, long live Russia! Where 18-year-olds can drink. Paulina, and your birthday was last week? What's your name? Tell me your name again. What is it? Oh, Nastya. Nasty. Nastya? Really? What a great name. So, how was your trip to Russia? It was nice. Did you meet anybody interesting? I met a girl named Nastya. Was she nasty? Oh my God, yeah. Nastya. with an N, yeah? Nastya and Polina. And I think it's Putin's birthday too, isn't it? All right, so here's the birthday song for Polina and Nastya and Emperor Putin. Grab the chair, boys, we got another bucket kicker. Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems this horror show will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to death. The cake is on the table, but it is awfully bright, cause there's so many candles on top. But you assume the grab it, your chest so tight. When you blow them out, your lungs are gonna pop. You think not complain each time you feel a pain, though you have arthritis and gout. Cause when you stop convention, all your teeth fall out. So have another cigarette, have another beer, raise that glass to one more year. Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems this horror show will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to death. Nastya, you didn't think this was going to be a nice birthday song, did you? I mean, look at me. I look like an extra from a Tim Burton movie about Rasputin, where Emperor Nicholas, Tsar Nicholas, who's played by Johnny Depp, brings me to a secret room to have sex with me. I just figured out what I want for my birthday. Skin is so worn out and all over your body it's sagging. Especially loose is your old caboose. You're dragging it behind you in a wagon. Well, you're an alcoholic and you're blind and deaf, and you have Alzheimer's, I bet. You're too old to remember, but you're too drunk to forget. So have another cigarette, have another beer, raise that glass to one more year. Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems this horror show will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to death. You're so old, you smell like dust, Polina. And now your bones begin to rust, Nastya. See that face is full of wrinkles. Putin, no, he's like 20. So have another cigarette, have another beer, raise that glass to one more year. Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems this horror show will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to your sweet death. Viva Cuba! You know, I'm sure you must know my story about Cuban rum now, right? Well, I'm Cuban. I was born in Cuba, and I drink a liter of rum a day. A night, really. I don't drink in the daytime. I'm not a fucking alcoholic. I drink a liter of rum a night, and I can't drink this in America because Cuba is our enemy. Cuba's a very dangerous enemy. And do you know why Cuba's our enemy? Because Cuba was friends with Russia during the Cold War. Now here's the funny part, I think the biggest problem with America and Cuba is that Russia is such a good friend. Such a good friend. Russia tried to give Cuba the best present you can ever give anybody. Nuclear missiles. Somebody fucks with you? Don't let them fuck with you here. I will give you nuclear missiles. That's a friend. Now, when I was a kid, I was bullied. A lot of people did not like me. They called me a freak. They called me a faggot. They called me many ugly names. I did not have a friend like Russia to say, no, 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 here, have some nuclear missiles. Fuck those kids. But on Unfortunately, there were some problems. Cuba had to give them back. And now they don't have nuclear missiles. So still somehow America thinks Cuba is very dangerous. We heard they are developing a banana cannon. It's true. And maybe a coconut catapult. I don't sleep well at night. Sometimes I lie down in the Lair of Voltaire and I think, oh man, I really hope Cuba doesn't invade. Because I'm gonna wake up, this place is gonna be fucking full of bananas. I might slip, go into the bathroom and kill myself. This is terrible. So, thank you Russia for the opportunity to drink rum from my country. What he said. Sí, señor. Can I do this? Yo he perdido una perla, la he perdido en el mar. Es una perla hermosa y no la puedo encontrar. Y a Dios solo debido. This song is not about banana cannons. This song is not about coconut catapults. This song is about the weapon Cuba should have made. In the court of Augustine the 12th, the king reprimanded his men and demanded they put to good use all his wealth. The cure is deep on way, for you see, he found that he was sad and lonely ever since his wife, the queen, got mad, rode up on his steed. In a glen beyond the castle wall, there was a tinker and he was a thinker, the smartest man in all the world. He made a mechanical girl, for you see, his daughter passed away that summer, and though he knew he could not replace her, he missed his family. Suddenly a knock at the door went ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and the king's men came and blowing horns, by order of his highness, we're to take you at that thing, to present your marvel to the king. And so over the glen and through the great castle walls, over the moat and into the great castle hall, when her maker urged, the robot girl emerged. When the king laid eyes upon the girl, he was delighted, his man all were knighted, he yelled aloud for all the world, I'll take her for my queen, and scream, please don't take my child, I beg you mighty king, and they grabbed him by his tailcoat and threw him in the moat. Later in their wedding bed, the king was shocked to see a tender kiss upon the cheek unleashed in armory. Rocket launchers and flame-throwing guns grew from her sides, and she grew to 7 times her size. Run! Oh, shit. and she destroyed that awful kingdom, and they lived happily. So you see the moral of the story is never take a child away from a loving parent, especially not ones who make children with built-in banana cannons and coconut catapults, and definitely not ones who shoot rockets from their eyes. As I mentioned, true story, I grew up in a very small town in a place called New Jersey. Don't ever go there. Just tell you right now. Here's my tourist advice from Russia. Skip New Jersey. Go straight to New York City. Nobody liked me in New Jersey. They thought I was very strange. Back then I looked very strange. Now I look very corporate. I look like a businessman now, but in the 80s I looked a little bit more gothic, a little bit more punk rock. And this is a true story, it's a sad story, but people wanted to kill me in my town just because of the way I looked. And that was hard in the 80s in New Jersey, but it's still hard here today. It's very difficult, I know, because I have friends from Russia who are alternative. I know how difficult it is to be a little bit different in Russia. So I want to share this quick story with you. There are people who wanted to kill me, but worse, there are people who told me I should kill myself. When I was 17, they said, nobody likes you, this town doesn't like you, your parents don't like you, nobody likes you, you should kill yourself. And I almost did. True story. I almost did, but I didn't. And let me just tell you this, that was 35 years ago. 17-year-old me would never believe that I would be standing on a stage singing songs in Russia. So if you're thinking about killing yourself, remember that 35 years from now, you might be doing something you would never imagine doing. So that is my message to you. 7-year-old me would never believe I'd be doing this in Russia right now. 7-year-old me would think I'd be somewhere better, probably. Just, it's a joke. Sometimes you have to leave the place where you're living to find the people who understand you. And that's what this song is about. And sometimes it's not people that understand you, sometimes it's bats. In this steeple made of chrome, above a city of steel, I've chosen bats over people, 'cause I never did like the way humans made me feel. We sleep all day and we rise at night, and we spread our wings and take it to the sky. But the people all stop and stare and say, why you gotta be like that? I just look them in the eye and tell them I was raised by bats. When I was young, I was feeble and it stung. When they pushed me down, I was so hated by these people that I knew I had to do what I could to get out of that town. So I ran away to this sacred place and was taken in by creatures of the night. That's you. And when the people all stop and stare and say, why you gotta dress like that? I just look them in the eye and tell them I was raised by bats. The people all stop and stare and say, why you gotta be like that? I just look them in the eye and tell them I was raised by bats. Those dark days seem far away. I've risen to a better place. So do I follow the dream like that? Throw your own life away. Has anyone seen Gothic homemaking yet? Yeah. Oh my God, thank you, both of you. I have a new show, it's called Gothic Homemaking. I teach you how to turn your apartment into Dracula's castle. And my apartment in New York City, it's maybe the size of this area here. And I'm turning it into the world's tiniest Dracula's castle. The show is very funny, but also I show you how to make projects, how to build furniture, Gothic decorations. And the first episode came out Thursday. It's on YouTube. Please look for it, Gothic Homemaking. I want to tell you a quick story. And I started shooting this show in January, and I was really not ready. But I was passing a chandelier store. There's many chandeliers here tonight. I was passing a chandelier store in New York City, and I saw a beautiful Gothic chandelier, and it said 50% off. And I thought, shit. If I don't film this segment now, they will sell it, and I can't buy it. So even though I was really not ready, I called a cameraman. I said, meet me at the chandelier store. We're going to do a segment for Gothic homemaking. And we went inside, and inside was a room full of chandeliers everywhere. Tinkling, 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 tinkling and glimmering. I said, what does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. Oh, the scene from Labyrinth, where David Bowie is singing As the World Falls Down. So I went home and I recorded a version of this song on the acoustic guitar to put in the show Gothic Homemaking. And it was about 3 nights later, I was sitting in a bar in New York, a goth party. It was 3 a.m., 3 in the morning. And I look up from my drink and everybody's crying. Everybody. But the worst part is grown men, big men, are sobbing openly, and their women are consoling them. And I thought, oh my God, what happened? It must be something so terrible that grown men are crying in a bar. Even at the goth party, this is strange. And my friend came up to me, he showed me his cell phone, it said, David Bowie is dead. And then I cried too. And David Bowie was my hero, but more than that, David Bowie was the hero of my heroes. I have been so lucky. I have worked with Richard Butler of the Psychedelic Furs. I've worked with Peter Murphy of Bauhaus. And every time I ask one of these heroes of mine, I wanted to be you when I grew up. Who did you want to be? Everybody, says David Bowie. And that's who he was. He was the person everybody, every woman wanted to sleep with, every man wanted to be, and some sleep with too. And so this next song is for Mr. David Bowie. One last note. My son went to school with David Bowie's daughter. True story. So I have a very unique perspective about Mr. Bowie because I would see him at the school when we had parent-teacher meetings. And when David Bowie would walk into the room, everybody over the age of 30, like all the parents would go, it's David Bowie, it's Ziggy Stardust, it's the Thin White Duke. And all of the children would say, it's the guy from Labyrinth. To me, he will always be both. There's such a sad love behind your eyes, a kind of pale jewel, opened and closed between your eyes. I'll place the sky within your eyes. search of new dreams, a love that will last within your heart. I'll place the moon within your heart. And as the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you. Every thrill is gone, wasn't too much fun at all. Yet I'll be waiting for you as the world falls down, falling in love. I'll paint you mornings of gold, spin you Valentine evenings, though we're strangers till now. We're choosing a path between the stars. I'll leave my love between the stars. And as the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you. Every thrill is gone, wasn't too much fun at all. Yet I'll be waiting for you as the world falls down, falling in love. As the world falls down, falling in love. Makes no sense at all. Makes no sense to fall as the world falls down. I'm falling in love. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne. She cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Baby, I've been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen you fly apart. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's unbroken. Hallelujah. 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 There was a time you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do you? And remember when I moved with you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath I drew was hallelujah. 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 shoot at someone who outdrew you. It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. I gave you all, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I had to touch. I told the truth, I never came to fool you. And I'm sorry that it went all wrong. I'll stand before the Lord of song. Nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. Hallelujah. And the color of blood, and the pirates came to the vampire club. The leader was tall, that's night and slim. He looked like a gay Captain Morgan, but he recognized the vampire from his school. He did something that was most uncool. He said, hey everybody, see the fool in the game? His name is Bernie Weinstein, and he's in the 8th grade. Bangs were flying, capes were torn, hell had no fury like the vampire storm. Number one rule in this game, never call one by his real name. Wings were pulled, top hats were crushed, the pointy boots in a rush. And Boris at the bar orders a bud and says it's just another night at the vampire club. Busy lost the fang in the ladies' room. We all laughed and called her snaggle too. D was mad till he broke his cane and he flushed his contacts down the drain. There was so much angst after the fight. Vlad and Akasha broke up that night while some rivet heads danced in a puddle of goo. It used to be father, you know who. Thanks for flying, capes were torn, who had no fury like a vampire scorn. One rule in this game, never called by his real name. Wings were pulled, top hats were crushed, my pointy boots in a rush. And Boris at the bar orders a bud, says it's just another night at the vampire club. It's hard to believe, but we're still around. When we hang out, it's always upside down. Dressed in black from toe to head. Sing. Good enough. The gaggle of gods is a peaceful sight. We'd do anything to avoid a fight. But if you really want to see some gore and blood, wait till the hipsters come to the vampire club. Things were fine, capes were torn, hell had no fury like a vampire scorn. Number one rule in this game, never called by his real name. Wigs were pulled, top hats were crushed, the pointy boots in a rush. And Boris at the bar orders a bud and says it's just another night at the vampire club. Cemetery gate, I saw a sign, it said for a good time. Take a left down into the number 8. Went through the gateway, and I'm pretty sure I saw some eyes moving out of the sepulchre. I took the step into the tomb of the rebuke. That's where I met her. prostitutes. Was plain to see a sort of rigor mortis was coming over me. I didn't want to see it, but I just had to believe it. I had a stiffy for the stiff in front of me. I took my first client on a date. We took a walk to a cemetery gate. I got under her slip, but then I heard her rip. I pulled it out and I said, you motherfuckers don't tip. Baby, keep the tip. Morally, I'm destitute in the tomb of repute. She's a rock pack cute for a zombie prostitute. Shy, scared of this place. Fish out of water from outer space. You can see that the trip is left tight and drained. So why don't you be a pal and bring me some brain? Alright, what are you gonna yell every time I say brains? Go down to your neighbor's place. See the expression on his face. You can do him a favor and rock to me. He ain't using his brains, just watching TV. Go down to Mr. McGee's. He hasn't had thought since 43. His brain is a portrait of atrophy. He ain't using it, why not give it to me? Brain, I won't lie. His brains do zombify. Sure they might think it's deranged. They will give it a thought to repeat the brains. Brains, it's okay. It's not a matter if it isn't great. And if at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain. Brains. Sorry, I kind of surprised you with that one, really. 1, 2, 3, and brain. Brains. I need them. My tummy jumps from Joel and eat them. Big ones, fat ones, short ones, tall ones. So delectable, especially the small ones. No time to cook in a skillet. My belly's rumble and I gotta need to fill it. I don't fry them, I heat along the trigger. I just grab myself a straw and I drink it. Whoa. Swell to go around, bring me every single brain in town. But with all these brains, I can't help but think that there's one left out there to try. Now, Festa boy, come on, heck, it's something I'm trying to protect. Bring her down here to meet her, and then I promise I'll be your bestest friend. Brain, I won't lie, I need a brain till she's on the line. Sure, she might think it's the rain, but she'll give it a thought to repeat her brain. Brain, it's okay, it's not a matter if it isn't great. And if at first she thinks it's strange, she won't think twice if she don't have a brain. Brain, bring her brain. Bring your brain. Bring me her brain. listen, I'm sure you are aware that we are this close in America to kneeling before our new leader, Emperor Trump. Now I say Emperor Trump because this man is not going to be happy with President. If Trump becomes president, the first thing he will do is dissolve Parliament. We don't have a Parliament, but he'll find one and he'll dissolve it. The second thing he will do, he will illegalize term limits so he can be president forever. The third thing he will do is change his title from president to emperor. Now you think this is crazy, you think this is not possible, but this happened in Peru. Well, okay, I don't want to be president. I don't want to be president. I want to be secretary. I want to be sexetary of the Oval Office. Be Secretary of State. Do you have a sex problem? Voltaire, Secretary of State, will help you. So, in Peru, several years ago, they hired a Japanese president. His name was Mr. Fujimori. He was a Peruvian guy, but of Japanese descent, and he became president, and then he dissolved parliament, and then he stopped term limits, and then he changed his title to emperor. So for a while, Peru had a Japanese fucking emperor. It's amazing. So, I think when Emperor Trump becomes powerful and our leader, and then he becomes, you know, I think he and Emperor Putin are gonna have such a good time together. The rest of us will be fucked, but those two guys are gonna have so much fun. I'm so jealous. We're gonna be riding horses with no shirts, it's gonna be fucking amazing. Alright, but before that happens, because when Emperor Trump rules the world, he is going to eventually rule Russia too. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. No, it's going to be terrible. We have to stop this. Before that happens, because when that happens, you will not be able to vote. You can vote now, right? I mean, you can vote, it just doesn't matter. But you can vote. Hey, listen. In America, when we vote for president, we have two choices. Dumb and dumber. Like, really. This plate of shit or this bucket of shit? That's mighty fine shit. So while we still have a choice to vote, tonight you can vote right here, because this is the part of the show where I do a song from my album Bitrektual. And Bitrektual is a collection of Star Wars and Star Trek songs. If you would like to hear a Star Wars song, cheer now. If you would like to hear a Star Trek song, cheer now. Let me tell you something. Star Trek wins every time. I live in terror of the day the audience chooses Star Wars because I have forgotten all of the Star Wars songs. But, wait, we have one more choice. We have the Bernie Sanders choice, because there's the third choice, because on Bitrektual, there is actually a song that is not about Star Trek or Star Wars, it's about Doctor Who. So, I see the Brits got to you before we did. The Brits, the Chinese, the Northern Koreans, the Iraqis, the Iranians, everybody got here before we did. So, if you would like to hear, we're going to do this again. Star Trek song, cheer now. Doctor Who song, cheer now. Doctor Who wins. Boys and girls, I am the doctor, but not the kind that gives you medicine. I travel throughout time and space just to please the human race, so let's not dilly-dally. dimension. In space, it's quite an invention. Some call it the doctor's wife. Excuse me while I slip inside. You know it's bigger on the inside. It's bigger on the inside. Once you felt it inside, I'm sure that you'll agree. It's bigger on the inside. Don't take it from me. Once you felt it inside, you will see. An evil nemesis they call the master baits me into all kinds of disaster. On Gallifrey, so I'm told, he gazed into a gaping hole, and ever since he's been an awful bastard. And then of course we've got the Cybermen. I hope I never see those things again. Who knows what they're packing there in that silver underwear? When you see them, you should vacate your ass. They wish to assimilate. You know it's bigger on the inside. It's bigger on the inside. Once you felt it inside, I'm sure that you'll agree. It's bigger on the inside, but don't take it from me. Once you felt it inside, you will see. Pray you don't see any weeping angels, 'cause though it seems like they are made of stone, quantum locked in a week. If you turn your head blank, they'll get to you and chill you to the bone. Those moving buckets, there they are, the Daleks. They whine so much you swear that they are comic. Destroy and exterminate, I think I know why they're irate. If they make it to the second floor, I'll show them what that puncher's for. You know it's bigger on the inside. Bigger on the inside. Once you felt it inside, I'm sure that you'll agree. It's bigger on the inside, but don't take it from me. Once you felt it inside, you will see. You're asking Doctor Who. What they should ask is how. I am so very well endowed. I must admit it's rather long. If you think I made my scarf, you're wrong. You bloody pervs, I meant this song. So if you think you'd like a sonic screw, drive like I'm holding in my hand. You will have to let me in, don't worry child, it's not a sin. Hold on to my temporal drive, I'll take you for an epic ride. You know it's bigger on the inside, bigger on the inside. Once you felt it inside, I'm sure that you'll agree. It's bigger on the inside, but don't take it from me. That's gonna be Bond. I have no idea who that is. Once you felt it inside, you will see. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out tonight. And thank you to the club for having us here today. What a beautiful club. Look at this place. Really, such a beautiful place. And thank you, Delta Make Concert Promotion, for inviting me to Russia. This is my third time here. I hope it will not be the last. I hope I see you again next year, yeah? And now I will leave you with my last song. Last song of the night. Now, I didn't want you to go home sad, so I did some research to find out what is the most famous song in Moscow. So when I sing this song and you go home tonight, you're like, oh wow, what a great show, and then you finished with my favorite song. So this is the most famous song in Moscow. It took me a long time to learn this. I hope you remember and enjoy this song. Chandam Brandam Chandam Chandam Pedro. No? You guys? What? This is not a traditional Russian song? Chandam 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 Brandam Chandam Chandam Pedro. Come on, Vitas! Chandam 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 Pedro. No? That's not a traditional Russian famous Russian song. I know you know this. Oh, you like that one, huh? All right, that's all I know of. I knew you would like that one because you're all trolls. Я смешно. This is really the last song of the night. Thank you again for coming. There is a merch booth over there, but I think we're going to move it over here after the show, so come say hello. Let's have a photo. Let's have a hug. No vodka, please. I don't want to kill a man with a balalaika again. When the devil is too busy, that's a bit too much. They call on me by name, you see, for my special touch. To the gentlemen, I'm misfortune. To the ladies, I'm surprise. Cuban chorizo. But call me by any name, anyway, it's all the same. Now, raise your hand if you've been to one of my shows before. Put your hand down. Raise your hand if you've never been to my show before. Virgins, virgins. Virgins. So do you know what happens now? The people who came to my show before, they know what happens now. This is the part where I assemble a little choir called the Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir to help me sing this song. Now, not everybody can come up here. This is not so big a stage. So, I'm going to pick some people to come up here. You must be able to fulfill 3 requirements. Raise your hand if this is you. 1, you know all of the lyrics to the chorus of this song. Right, if your hand is up right now, slowly start working your way to the front. 2, you know most of the lyrics to the chorus of this song. Or 3, you make a really fucking good borscht. If your hand was up, please slowly, calmly, find your way to the security guard, and they will escort you up the stairs to the stage. Stage, so we have room. No need to worry. What? No, come on. Look, Sergey. Please, this gentleman is so handsome. He's so handsome. Please, he's so handsome and he wants to come up here. In the hat, last one. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moscow chapter of the Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir. suit, I'm the pebble in your shoe, I'm the pea beneath your bed, I'm a bump on every head, I'm the peel on which you slip, I'm a pin in every head, I'm the thorn in your side, makes you wriggle and ride. What? I'm evil. The devil tips his hat to me. I'm evil, I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay you'll ever need. I don't want any deaths at my show. Even though I'm evil, I don't really want to see people die. While there's children to make sad, while there's candy to be had, while there's pockets left to pick, while there's grannies left to trip down the stairs, I'll be there. I'll be waiting round the corner. It's a game, I'm glad I'm in it, 'cause there's one born every minute. What? I'm evil, apparently. The devil tips his hat to me. I'm evil, I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. Beelzebub Philharmonic Choir, take it away. Everybody take two. See this line right here? Everybody behind this line, please. No casualties tonight. This isn't New Jersey. We have rules here. I'm the fear that keeps you awake. I'm the shadows on the wall. I'm the monsters they become. I'm the nightmare in your skull. I'm a dagger in your back. An extra turn upon the rack. I'm the quivering of your heart. A stabbing pain, a sudden star. Why? I'm evil. The devil tips his hat to me. I'm evil, I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. And I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. And I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. It gets so lonely being evil. What I do to see a smile, even for a little while, and no one loves you when you're evil. Diesmal Schneider. It's the only thing I know how to say. Through my teeth, your tears are all the company I need. My granny, while on her deathbed, she turned and said to me, why must you view life so morbidly? I tried to teach you right, but somewhere I went wrong. 'Cause you sing those death, death, devil, devil, evil, evil songs. When 6 pallbearers put her down and laid her body in the ground, my eyes were wet, my face was very long. The pastor said, son, here you are. Won't you please take this guitar? Sing dear departed granny one last song. And I sang that leave song. And you know that's how I get along. The world is full of tragedy, so how can it be wrong? Singing that song. I'm like a fucking mother up here. I'm like a babushka. Everybody's fucking grandmother. I'm like everybody's gothic grandmother now. Well, I was shopping at Hot Topic, and I was walking out the door. When two dumb jocks came up to me, they said, hey, fag, it ain't Halloween. And they kicked my lipstick to the floor. And I sang that leave songs. And you know that's how I get along. The world is full of idiots, so how can it be wrong? Singing leave songs. Well, I went down to church on Sunday. I sat up front in a pew. The priest said, Jesus and Mary too. Son, what the devil's got into you? Get up and sing a hymn or two. And I sang that leave songs. And would you know that's how I get along? The world is full of sinners, so how can it be wrong? Singing that leave songs. I was invited to the White House. The president pulled me aside. He said, son, sing us a song of peace for those evildoers in the Middle East. I rolled my eyes and kicked this ride. I sang that leave songs. And you know that's how I get along. The world is full of W's, so how can it be wrong? Singing that leave songs. Thank you, Emperor Trump. Well, then I died and went to hell. I could tell right away by the awful smell that this was clearly not the pearly gates. The devil said, come here, young man. My wife and I are your biggest fans. So naturally I felt I had it made. Well, then he reached into an iron chest, and he picked the tool that he felt was best. And then he jabbed me in the schlong with a pitchfork that had sharpened prongs. He turned to me and winked and sang this song. He sang that leave songs. Yeah, I know that's how you got along. I find your song hilarious, but now you're so precarious. Singing your devil songs. I'm just kidding, kid. Welcome to hell. Enjoy the borscht. See you later. Come have a picture and say hello.